11:30 podcast. It's Odie Breeze, baby. Dre on wheels. You know it. Now where you was when a nigga was messed up?
Where you was
I was
at,
on
man?
my ass. I was stuck in a tree. Ain't
Out
nobody
there
help me
fucked
out.
up.
Ain't nobody help me down. I was faded. I was drinking. I was
nobody
popping
tell
the
me
molly. I
shit.
wasn't thinking. But I'm grown now. So it's back to the basics.
Yo,
I'm
what
living
it do,
my life.
everybody? It's your man Dre,
Where
aka
we-
Dre on Wheels. Welcome back, you guys, to a new episode of the 11:30 podcast. How everybody doing out there, man? It's Tuesday. It's goody. It was goody. I'm glad you guys joining me. You know how you guys' weekend was. You know, it was Labor Day weekend. So I know everybody had something on the grill, doing their thing. You feel me? I know I say it's Taco Tuesday, but somebody passed me a burger from off that grill or a hot dog or something. But yo, you guys, man, I appreciate you guys joining me here on the podcast this week. If you new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Like this video, leave a comment. I appreciate it so much, you guys, man. We got a couple of things we want to talk about this week on the podcast. But before that, I got a guest this week, you guys, man. He's a rapper, songwriter, man. He does it, man. He does it. All the way from Dallas, you guys. My man Blaq will be joining me here on the 11:30 podcast, you guys, in just a bit. But before we get to that, you guys, I want to shout out Mama Rachel Jones, you guys, who was on the podcast last week, you guys. Dope episode. She came through to talk about TLC products. If you guys don't know about TLC products, man, follow Rachel Jones on Instagram at Rachel Jones. Get some of the products, you know, it's dope. TLC is real healthy, it's real good for you, give you a lot of energy, man. I tried it, it's dope, you guys, for real. But I appreciate Mama Cheryl for joining me here on the podcast last week, you guys. But like I was saying, you guys, I got my man Blaq coming up in just a bit, you guys. But I want to dive into something real quick, you guys. Last week was the start, the start of school. It was the start of school, and it was different, you guys. It was really different. We didn't see the normal pictures on Instagram or Facebook where the mamas and the babies at the bus stop or on their way to school dressed up in their new fresh uniforms they got from former meals. You feel me? Or Kids for Less, you know, ain't nothing wrong with it. You feel me? I got my uniforms from Kids for Less when I was little. You feel me? But I'm just saying though, virtual learning, you guys, man. Virtual learners, parents, what's goody? You feel me? I mean, it struck me last week. I seen my sister, you know, and she posted something, and I was like, oh man, everybody back to school now? And man, oh man, did it just start going wild after that, you guys. So come on, parents, what's goody? You know, virtual learning, how is it? Is it working out for you? You know, you can't find, you can't get in, the meeting ID ain't working. You feel me? You gotta like, okay, I need a cigarette, or I need to go smoke me a J before I do this bullshit. You gotta be up 7 o'clock in the morning. You feel me? Like, then, you know, it's even, and then real quick, it's even harder for people who like have like, who's autistic and stuff and have, you know, certain type of disabilities that need to be around kids, man. Them at home, bro, they ain't paying attention to that shit. But yeah, virtual learning is crazy. But a lot of people, man, a lot of parents also, of course, due to the coronavirus, is still at home or working from home. So now you got mama over there working from home, and you got little baby over there. He on his laptop with his headphones on. That's supposed to be the volume on 10 when mama over there, you know, even if she ain't got, you know, working, even if she's not working from home, you know, this is supposed to be her free time. Her or him, you know, daddy or mama. It's supposed to be the free time. You know, for a lot of parents out there, man, true. Once they send their kids off to school, they on that bus, it's time to get freaky. For real though, like, man, I got my peace and quiet for about 8 hours, and I see y'all little rascals then. But now, you got the parents, you know, if they working, they got them, and mommy, it's not working, I can't hear him, and you got her, she trying to work and do her thing, and man, recess. So I really want to know the parents' thoughts and, you know, what do they do for recess? You know, they play off everything, jump off everything, and then, man, if it's that time of the month, man, and you ain't got no food, my man, because a lot of kids, go to school just for the meal. They just go to school for the meal. Everybody ain't fortunate. So they be like, man, hey, I just came here, man, for this cereal this morning and for that, that lunch, that's coming up. So I don't know, man. I just, want to touch on that. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. We're going to talk about this more. It's just the start of, the school. Just starting the school back right now, and it's virtual. So we're going to see how all of this plays out, you guys, man. Real life, man. Real life. But you guys, man, I hope you guys out there, staying safe, because that's why we virtual learning right now. It's a whole goddamn pandemic out there in the world, trying to kill us, just trying to wipe us out or whatever. But hope everybody out there staying safe. You guys, I know you heard of Tiffany Haddish. I think that's her name. I hope I said it right. She got COVID-19. And The Rock, man, just smell. Yeah, man, my man Rock, man, his whole family, his 2 little girls and his wife got the coronavirus, man. So everybody out there, man, just stay safe. Whatever you good at, work at it, and do it 10 times harder. You feel me? Because there's so much crap going on, and I think this is the time where you should focus hard on something that you really love, because a lot of people right now are all over the place, especially with this whole pandemic going on, you guys. But yo, you guys, I got to get to it, man. Power is back. It returned. Power Book 2 Ghost. What's y'all thoughts on that one, man? What's you guys' thoughts? I know you may have seen it. If not, man, I ain't trying to spoil it. But if you have seen it, what's you guys' thoughts? Tasha Ash still locked up. She trying her hardest to get out. She just going around lying her ass off. I think she said it was Dre, and now she's saying it's Tommy. Tommy done, rolled off into the sunset, and she's saying now it's Tommy. And you got Method Man, he's in the fray in this new series. You got Mary J. Blige, I guess he's supposed to be playing the bad bitch, in this one. And you got Tyreek still on the fuck shit, but he gotta go to school for what, 4 years to get the money, the inheritances or whatever, and get the nightclub. How Tasha just gonna blame it on Tommy though? How she gonna blame it on Tommy though? Even though Tasha didn't do it and she's taking the fall for her son, and everybody got a feeling like, even though we know as the viewer, Tyreek Ash shot his father, but, Tyreek trying to, do his thing and weasel his way, trying to get the money, but also go to school, but he's still fucking around. And, you got Method Man in the fray, so he's this big, high power, high paid lawyer or whatever. So, man, I'm really looking forward to it. It's just the first episode in it. So, yeah, man, this is crazy, though. Yo, you guys, man, I got my man Blaq coming up in just a bit, you guys. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this situation. We all heard about Ahmaud Arbery. His mom is furious right now, and I'm pretty sure some of the moms out there will be furious, too. The mom is furious over a friend or friends of Ahmaud Arbery. The friends created a social media page. It was the friend's idea, but the mom was on with it too. It was like, okay, but it was initially started for a memorial called I Run With Mob. But the mom was like, hold up, wait a minute. You guys are running this page more like a business now. And she was not with it. She asked for it to be an administrator of the page so she can, do stuff. And they denied her with that. So also, not only that, the friends created a GoFundMe page. And the mom was like, hold up, wait a minute. No money, no amount of money can bring my son back. You feel me? So it's like, why are you doing this? And she asked them not to create the GoFundMe page, but they created the page. And the crazy thing about it is the GoFundMe page raised nearly $2 million. $2 million. And, like the mom said, no amount of money can bring her son back. So it's like, wow, like really though, what type of friends are these? So I just want to hear you guys' thoughts on that. Really though, I want to hear you guys, your parents' thoughts on that. You lose a loved one and, your son's friends or your daughter friends or whatever, and they create a Facebook page and it's supposed to be a memorial, but then they turn out to start profiting. Like, You going to hell for real. Like, I don't understand what that. Like, you gonna raise $2 million. Like, what is the $2 million gonna do though? Like, I don't know. Like, I want to hear you guys' thoughts on it for real. But you guys, man, where is Blaq, man? It's coming up. Yo, you guys, man, like I was saying, you guys, I have a guest this week all the way from Dallas, Texas, you guys, man. His name is Blaq, you guys. He's a rapper. He's a songwriter. You guys, man, if you haven't checked this music out, man, you need to head over to Spotify, wherever you get your music at, iTunes, wherever you at, man. Go check it out, man. He got a new album called B.W.O Black World Order. Man, the jump is fire, you guys. Once again, man, all the way from Dallas, Blaq, what's going on with you?
How you doing, man?
Appreciate you joining me here on the 1130 podcast this week.
Oh, yeah.
Man. I'm doing good, man. How's it going, man?
I'm all right too, man. Just chilling. We still working.
Okay. How's it down there in Dallas right now?
Weather bipolar, man. It's so we just dealing with the bipolar weather right now. You know, it's hot and raining one day, then it's cold. You know.
Okay. It was a hurricane came through. Everything cool down there.
Yeah, it didn't hit out here. It was more like on the side that's close to the water. You know. So we straight out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got you here on the 1130 podcast, man. Like I was saying, you're a rapper, you're a songwriter. We're gonna dive all into the music and everything.
Yes,
I just want to ask you, what inspired you to get into music and do music?
Well, it came from my uncle. You know, my uncle, he was the first person I seen do anything in the music industry. You know, personally, my uncle he has his own label. You know, an independent label out here, and he worked with a lot of artists. So being young, I used to go stay with him a lot, and I just see a bunch of artists always around his house at the studio, and he had some that was close to my age at one point. So I would go to the studio with him, and seeing people my age rap and all that stuff, and I was like just getting into high school, that kind of made me say, man, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I always had a love for music, and then seeing it and being around it all the time, that's like, you know, I had no choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you've been doing music for some time. I want to ask, who's your top favorites in music?
I give you 5. I got a top 5.
Okay.
And it's not like in a specific order. It's just top 5.
Okay.
I don't know if you see over my shoulder, I got Pac over here, so Pac definitely on the list.
Yeah.
Biggie, it's like they like yin and yang, you know what I'm saying, for me with hip hop. So Ice Cube for sure.
Okay.
I gotta put Nas on there, and my fifth spot is like is really like, it gotta go to Eminem, because really he was like one of the first people that I even started listening to. Mm-hmm. So like that's what, you know, I think he deserves on my Mount Rushmore.
Okay, cool. How long you been a rapper and also a songwriter?
After you split them up like that, because I've been rapping since I was like 12, 13 for my friends at school and stuff. I've been rapping since I was a little kid, honestly. But I think when I started songwriting, like writing songs for other people and you know, just like doing that was more when I got 16. Like when I turned 16, that's when I started experimenting with actually, you know, like different sounds, seeing what I can do. Because that's when I got with the team that I'm with now. I was 16. I linked up with some guys at a local studio out here called Danger Room Studios, and we've been working since I was 16. I'm about 24 now, so it's a long time.
Okay, that's dope, man. That's dope, man. I appreciate you joining me here on the 1130 podcast this week. We're gonna talk about your music, your new album coming out. I hope you want to stick around and play a game of Would You Rather, and talk about some WTF moments. I'm gonna take a quick short break. right here on the 1130 podcast, and we're gonna dive all into it, man, right after this.
When it comes to growing your podcast, it's tough to know where to start. That's why Anchor gives podcasters the tools they need to make each episode better than the last. Now, Anchor Analytics includes new stats from Spotify to help you better understand who's listening and what they like about your show. With charts that let you see how far people are making it into each episode and where they're dropping off, you can plan your podcast around the content that performs best. Hover over to see how many people are tuning into specific segments and learn what hooks your audience by comparing the average listening time across multiple episodes. Using anonymized demographic data from Spotify, take a granular look at the age and gender of your listeners to start tailoring your content or targeting new audiences. Track analytics from multiple platforms and Spotify insights. Everything you need to grow your podcast all in one place with Anchor.
Yo, you guys, man, welcome back here to the 1130 podcast. You guys, man, I got my man Blaq here all the way from Dallas, Texas, here joining me on the 1130 podcast. Blaq, man, you got new music out. We're going to hop right into it, man, because that's the reason you came here, man. Tell me more about your latest album. It's titled B.W.O Blaq World Order.
B.W.O is just, that was kind of like letting people know we here, man. Like I said, that's my fourth project that I've released, my third this year, and that was the one that was like, all right, man, we did the love songs, we did the stuff to show them I can really rap, and I'm just gonna really like this. I'm gonna flex on you that I'm a top tier artist, you know. That's what my mindset was, you know, going into this. I was like, you know, I've been doing it for so long, you know, and I'm not getting the recognition that I would per se like. I'm getting some, but you know, it's not like enough. For me, it's not enough because I'm chasing a higher plateau, you know. So that's what this album is for. This album is for like, you gonna get your bars, you gonna get me talking that real, but at the same time, if you really listen to it, you like, you did it again, man. You know.
Like, that's what's up, man. What's B.W.O?
It's Blaq World Order, man. That is representing me. Cause Blaq is my brand. It's me. It's myself and I. But at the same time, that's also for a representation of not only myself, you know, my team. Now that we're one. You know what I'm saying? It's a unit. You know. And I tell people, like, you know, they said a revolution won't be televised. Well, you know, Blaq won't be televised. You know what I'm saying? It was like I tell people, it's like it goes hand in hand because the thing is, my first album was called Menace to Society. You know? Okay. And the reason I did that is because I feel like I'm a menace to society in the sense of with the music right now, like especially the Dallas music scene, you know, it's really the music scene almost everywhere. It sounds kind of the same, you know? And if I'm going against the grain, therefore I am a menace to society, you know what I'm saying? Because society's going one way, I'm going the other. And then the Blaq World Order is like, well, that's what we call it. That's the name of my movement, you know? Okay. So, you know, tell people it's like, you know, it's kind of, I want it to be kind of militant in a sense, but, you know, on the music side.
Okay. What inspired you to do the whole wrestling theme for the album? Because, you know, I'm a big wrestling fan. And I listened to all four of them last night. Like you said, Menace Society, I think it was the Heartbreak one. And the latest one you got out, B.W.O. The joint was cranking. And I was listening. I looked at it and I was like, wow, man. I just thought maybe it was just the cover, you know, theme. You know, because I seen a bunch of, you know, old school wrestlers from Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and everything. Yeah. And I looked at all the songs, and I was like, man, got a Ric Flair song, too. And I missed Perfect. So I was listening to all of them. The Taker one, Joan, is really one of my favorite ones on the Joan. But, what inspired you to do it, you know, for the whole album, you know, wrestling theme-wise?
Well, because it's like, one thing about me, I'm an authentic person. I'm 100% authentic, you know. Mm-hmm. And I told people, I feel like in the music industry, you know, people are kind of scared to be themselves, you know. They're scared to have their own identity. But like I told them, I'm like, where I'm sitting at, I'm I'm 100% confident in myself. I'm me, you know. I know what I like, and I said, what's one thing that everybody almost have in common? Almost everybody, when they was young or now, you know, some point in their life watch wrestling. It's like it don't matter how old you are, you know. And the thing is, I said it's something that we all can glue together with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And personally, like I said, now I haven't been watching the new wrestling, but from way back when I was a little kid all the way to, I'm gonna tell you about when I got to about 10th grade in high school, I was on wrestling every day, every time it was on TV. You know what I'm saying? And I tell
Yeah.
you, I'm like, we went to the shows live. Like I tell you, that brings back my childhood, my memories. And I said, that's one thing about me. All of my albums, like whether it be artwork, something in it is gonna revolve around me, my life somewhere. And wrestling played a big part of my early life. Like I tell people, I'm like, we watched the movies, we watched the we played the games, you know. So wrestling is like it's something that I really really love, you know. So I was like, man, we're gonna see who else love it, and it's actually been getting one of the best turnouts for majority of my projects.
That's what's up, man. That's what's
Yeah,
up. I dig it. I listen to all of them,
appreciate it.
and I ain't even gonna lie. I skipped like one song because it wasn't like the vibe, but every song I just sat there and just vibe to because they crank, you
Appreciate it.
know. And
Yeah.
that's dope. That's dope. But is there any people, you know, I know you got goals and like you said, you want to keep moving. Is there any people in the music business that you would love to work with in the future?
Oh yeah. I definitely want to work with people like Dom Kennedy, Freddie Gibbs, those kind of artists, like those Big Sean for sure. Like that's one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah.
I'm yeah, and then anybody on my list that like I said, I get in the room with an Ice Cube or Eminem, you know, a Nas or something like that'd be crazy too. But definitely like that's where I'm shooting, man. I want that top tier, man.
Okay, that's what's up. Oh, before the whole coronavirus, were you out doing your thing?
Oh yeah, definitely. We and this specifically, we were in South by Southwest. We had a couple shows lined up. They got canceled, like 3 or 4. Cause just last year I went to Sway in the morning at South by Southwest, got the freestyle on the show and all that, went crazy, man. So definitely we was moving, we still going in the right direction. Like I tell everybody, I don't take Corona as a loss, because if we wasn't for Corona, I would have never made B.W.O. I would have never did certain things, you know? So I look at any obstacle as something that happens for a reason, you know?
Okay. You got any new projects in the works?
Um, yeah, I'm working on a unnamed project right now.
Okay, that's cool.
But and then I have now this project probably gonna be the last one for the year though. It's not really it's not gonna be an album. It's more like an EP, so to say. But at the beginning of the year, I'm shooting out. I'm gonna just go ahead and put the name out there, Me Against the World. That's the main. That's the big one. That's the big one for me.
Okay. Well, I see you. You know, you big into music. Are you into the versus battles?
First, yeah, I've been watching.
What was your thoughts on the Brandy and Monica battle?
It was, I think, definitely it showed you exactly. You know, you hear that thing, real music lasts.
Yeah.
It shows you that for sure. Cause like I came home because I was out and I heard people talking about it. And then I came home, everybody was talking about it. Then I look online, you know, everybody's on there, and we all know that they have some gems, you know, like both of them. But I just felt like that was an example of when you make real music, no matter what age, people are gonna like your music, you know. Like I said, like everybody was wanting to talk about, you know, the other stuff, the politics and all that. I said it's not even about that. Now you gotta look at the fact that these are two young African American women right here. They got hits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was just amazing to see. Like I said, I think that was one of their most popular ones too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Like,
they got like the most views out of all of them.
Yeah. And it went crazy. And they was going for hours too.
What have been your favorite one out of all of them?
My personal favorite, I think the one I enjoyed probably the most was Snoop Dogg and DMX.
Okay, yeah.
Just because it's like the vibe was right, you know?
Yeah. That's the only thing about that one. I didn't see that one though. I had a guy on.
Yeah. I was about to say, but honorable mention, I like Fab and Jadakiss too.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that one was dope.
Yeah, I like that too.
But if you got create a versus battle, who would you have go head to head?
Oh man. That's a hard one, but it's not at the same time. So I would honestly put, and I know people gonna be like crazy, and it's a loss. I would put Michael Jackson versus Chris Brown just so I can see Michael Jackson win.
Oh wow!
Because a lot of people say Chris Brown is the Michael Jackson of our generation. So
Yeah.
I would boom make that happen.
That would break Instagram. That would break
Like
Instagram.
if they could really do it, I mean, they could just have a DJ playing Michael Jackson music, and I'm telling you, it'd be crazy.
That's what's up. Well, one more question though, as far as the versus battles though. Well,
Yeah.
if you can create a versus battle again, and it's Blaq versus who would you go one-on-one with?
Oh wow. That's crazy. I've never been asked that question before. I think I would put myself up against, because I'm a fan of his. I would have to say I would put myself up with Big Sean.
Big Sean? Okay.
Because I'm a fan of his.
Okay.
And you know.
Yeah, he got a new album out. Have you heard it?
Yeah, we just listened to it earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
He probably look. I said I probably win now. I probably win a couple of them though. You know?
I got you up, man.
I get a couple rounds.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, we gonna move on here on the 11:30 podcast. You down to play a game with me?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. We gonna play Would You Rather. We gonna play Would You Rather. All right, here we go. Would you rather be filthy rich and live 400 years ago, or be poor but live today?
400 years ago? Ooh.
Yeah, 400 years ago, man. It was some tough times for
Yeah, that's what I said.
Nobody don't want to be poor,
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the 400 years ago.
Okay. We gotta see how that go though. Filthy rich. How did they live 400 years ago though?
But also, money was different 400 years ago too. So what's filthy rich?
Yeah, you could be rich forever on that one though.
Yeah.
Would you rather always have a song stuck in your head, or always have an itch that you can't reach?
I prefer the song stuck in my head.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That itch you can't reach.
I always say them itches be annoying sometimes, man.
Yeah, especially your back. You gotta find that corner on the wall. Yeah, that ain't a good one. Would you rather have to wash your hair with dish soap, or wash your dishes with shampoo?
That's a wild. I would wash my hair with dish soap. I don't want to eat no shampoo, man.
Oh, okay. Would you rather never have a wedgie, or never have anything stuck in your teeth ever again?
I would prefer for nothing to get stuck in my teeth.
Yeah,
I'm like, cause it be look, it's a struggle sometimes.
Yeah, because
I would prefer. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta find a toothpick and everything.
Yeah,
so
the
wedgie joint, you can kind of like wiggle out some way or another. That little piece of meat from that chicken.
You just gotta thug it out, man.
Okay, all right. Would you rather have a rap battle against Pimp C or Bun B?
That's a hard one too, but I'm gonna say Pimp C.
Pimp C.
Gotta go Pimp.
Yeah, Pimp C.
But I love Bun B.
Yeah. Would you rather shoot hoops with LeBron James or toss a football with Tom Brady?
Wow, that's crazy. I gotta go who run because I think I give him a bucket. So I'm gonna go who run.
You going with Bron?
Yeah.
Yeah. My Lakers doing good right now. Well, not too good though, but hopefully they do good tonight. Would you rather have spaghetti for hair or sweat mayonnaise?
I hate mayonnaise, so I'm gonna take the spaghetti, bro.
Yeah, I'm not with the mayonnaise neither. I
hate mayonnaise, man. Spaghetti it is.
Okay, man. I appreciate you, man, just having fun with me here on the
All right, no
1130
problem,
podcast, man. Playing Would You Rather. We're gonna move on here on the 1130 podcast, you guys. Before we wrap it up, you know, it's time. It's the WTF moment of the week, you guys. I got my man Blaq here. He my guest this week, so he gonna do the honors and go first, you guys. Blaq man, you got a WTF moment, some crazy shit you may seen on the internet or wherever, you know, in the past week or whatever.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you when I saw when we just got to LA. We had just pulled up to LA, man, got off the plane. And we went to McDonald's because our hotel room wasn't ready yet. And, you know, we ordered McDonald's and all this stuff. So one of the crazy things, it's a two-parter. The first crazy thing I saw, they got a eating limit, like time limit that you got to eat. And it's 15 minutes. So we sitting there, we just chilling. We tourists, of course, so we all happy to be there. And then in current running, this naked homeless man, this homeless man was naked. He just ran through the McDonald's and he ran straight out. And then I called the police. He just sitting outside the window, licking the window. I said, yeah. Now, I don't know if they do that normally out there, but like I said, in Texas, you know, we had never seen that before. So I ain't gonna lie, we was shocked. So that's mine.
And that's a wild moment. What experience to be? Was that your first time in LA?
It was my first time as an adult, yeah. So
okay.
First time I can remember, you know, stuff. So
okay.
Yeah, that was crazy.
All right, man. That's wild. That's wild. Well, you guys, my WTF moment, man. Some crazy shit just, you know, just going on all across the country. Hope everybody out there staying safe. Like I was saying early on in the podcast, everybody dealing with the whole COVID-19 and the coronavirus. Tiffany Haddish, now she got it. The Rock and his whole family, you know, was reporting to have the coronavirus. And everybody out there protesting, especially with the whole Black Lives Matter situation that's going on. And I think it's up in New York, was protesters going on, and a cop car just plowed through the protesters.
The protesters were marching through Times Square in response to the death of a black man in Rochester. Daniel Prude died 5 months ago after an altercation with police, but the body cam video was just released yesterday. Cell phone video shows a black car with tinted windows drive through a crowd of protesters in Times Square Thursday evening. They chase after the car in the rain, but the driver speeds off. The car, caught on Earth Cam, can be seen whipping around the corner right after, escaping the crowd. Hundreds of people were there protesting the death of Daniel Prude at the hands of Rochester police. Recently released body cam video from March shows Prude naked and yelling when Rochester officers handcuff him. They put a spit hood over the 41-year-old's head, then one officer can be seen pressing Prude's covered head to the ground until his body goes limp.
You hear him? Don't kill me. That was a sign right there for y'all to let up.
This all started when Prude's brother called 911 concerned about his mental state.
You know, the crazy thing about it is, man, like what's all going on and stuff, like it seemed like nobody can get along.
Right.
For real. It seemed like nobody can get along. White ladies going crazy, and shit ain't changing. I don't know. Shit ain't changing. Have it been heavy protests down there in Dallas?
I haven't got a chance to actually go out, but we have like I tell people, I use the social media platform to the full extent. I'm one of those people because, like I said, you know, because I do work still, you know, and mine, like I tell everybody, it's different forms of this, you know. And mine, I've been sitting out like I said, you know, I'm showing my support for my people. Any chance I get, you know, I keep my Black Lives Matter apparel on, you know, and really, it's like I tell everybody, it's like, you know, you have to do what you can do to make it, you know, everybody has a voice. So, you know, wherever you may use your voice, I use my voice. I even tell people that's not Black, you know, I'm trying to explain what the problem is, because I don't, you know, the blind can't lead the blind, you know. And that's why I try to use, like I said, I use my social media platform. I use myself. Like, I may not go physically protest, but I'm out here still spreading the message of what this means every chance I get to talk to somebody, you know? Because everybody just don't know.
Yeah, right about that, man. Right about that. Hey, yo, man, Blaq man, it was a pleasure to have you here on the 1130 podcast, man. I appreciate it, man. Before we wrap it up, man, go ahead, man. I know you got some shout outs you want to give out, man. And also, man, tell everybody about your albums and when they catch it and where they can follow you also.
Got you. So, yeah, I do want to shout out my team, Danger Room Studios, all the people that support me. I appreciate y'all. Social media on all platforms is at Where Is Blaq. WHERE is BLAQ. Where Is Blaq? The albums, Minister Society, Black Ops, After the Heartbreak, B.W.O, all on all streaming platforms. They're on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, YouTube. You can find me. I'm there, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Like I said, it was dope having you. Appreciate you taking your time also, man.
No problem, man.
Once again, man, thank you for joining me here on the 1130 podcast. You guys go check out Blaq, man. Where Is Blaq on all social media platforms. Check out his music on Spotify. I'm telling you, man, the Jones crank. Add him to the playlist. Do it, man. Download it. You feel me? But once again, Blaq, appreciate you stopping by, man, all the way from Dallas, man.
Problem,
appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yo, Blaq, man, I appreciate you joining me here on the 1130 podcast this week, man. It was a pleasure, man. It was a pleasure. I appreciate it so much, man. Hey, you guys, you heard him. Go follow him on all social media platforms. Where Is Blaq? Also, you guys follow him on Spotify. Download and stream it, man. Add it to the playlist. B.W.O, Black World Order, Minister Society, all the albums. Go check them out. Blaq, man. Dope artist, man. You can vibe to it for real. I appreciate everybody who tuned in to the 1130 podcast this week. I appreciate it so much. Don't forget to follow the 1130 podcast on Twitter at Dre on Wheels. Like the 1130 podcast on Facebook. Follow the 1130 podcast on Instagram at the 1130 podcast. And also, if you want to be a guest here on the podcast, email me at the1130podcast@gmail.com, you guys. And also, you guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down at the below, guys. I appreciate it so much. Like this video, leave a comment, share it, man. For real, get the 1130 podcast out there even more. Also, you guys, before I wrap it up, you guys, man, I do have a podcast, you guys, on Spotify as well, Anchor FM, Apple Podcasts, you know, wherever you get your podcasts. It's awesome. It's the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling, you guys. I sit down and chat with some of your favorite independent referees, wrestlers, ring announcers, you guys. So it's going to be really fun this week. So each and every Friday, you guys catch me at the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling, you guys, wherever you get your podcasts. Man, this is your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, you guys, man. I appreciate Blaq for joining me here on the 1130 podcast, you guys, man. Hey, enjoy the rest of you guys Tuesday, and I'm out.
Yeah, Zodi Breeze, you know it.